evening. This is the Home Service. Good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Home Service Live with me, Mark, SoulOhm Reviews, and Kris, Lethal Coils. Good evening. I missed you guys last week. I so missed you. And Lethal and Jules, I want to give you both a big thank you for doing the show on Facebook, and obviously we transferred that over to the channel as well. What a cracking show you two guys did. It was absolutely fantastic. Thoroughly enjoyed watching it. So, Kris, how are you?
Oh, stressed, but I'm good. It's stressed in a good way, though.
It's all right, pulling my knickers up. That's better.
Up is better than off.
Yes, definitely.
We'll say that. Up is definitely better than off. I've been pretty good. I've been actually I've been better than pretty good. I've been really good lately. Doing very well. Got a lot more motivation. A lot more.
I like that one. That's a new one. Hashtag a lot more.
Got a hashtag a lot more motivation to get stuff done. And I've been getting some videos out there. Got 2 reviews out this week for devices. Don't remember if I did. Yeah, I think I did 2 juices this week. So I'm pretty happy with that. Things have been going pretty well.
And you had your show with your special guest.
Yes, we did. We had my special show last night with Mr. Mark Roberts, TVP, and that was actually a very anxiously awaited show for me. So the fact that it's over now,
I've got to admit, it was cracking watching you. I watched half of it while I was up here doing editing, and then I watched the other half on replay. And honestly, it was a cracking little show. Really enjoyed it.
Oh, I appreciate that, Mark. I really do. I tried. I think we had fun. Mark thinks we had fun, so I'm just dripping. So sorry about that, guys. No, I had a lot of fun. He had some fun.
Yeah, you're getting in some
He's
good
actually
debates.
in chat right now. Mark, how are
Hey
you,
up,
buddy?
Marky, baby. How you doing, kiddo? While we're here, we might as well say hello to some people in chat. We've got Bill, Bronco, Orion's, Bunny, Huggles. Who else we've got? We've got ID Vodka. I always want to call him Vodka. ID Vodka. You're going to have to tell us your real name. So, who else we got? We've got the Revin. Good evening to you, Si. Tony, hello. And Tommy as well. And obviously, we've got Mark TVP. BFG's knocking around there. I have seen BFG. Good evening to you, Sire. Who else we got? We've got Danny as well. Shane Foster. Lynn. Hey up, kidder. Always nice to see Lynn in chat as well. Right, cool. So, sorry. Well, carry on. You was having your wonderful show.
No. It was a great time. He's a good guy. He really is. Mark's a real pleasure to be on camera with, even though he's not that comfortable with lives. Whatever. You seemed to do pretty good last night, and I think he had some fun. It was nice. It was just some genuine chit chat, just between real people, and talking about just real things, and it was a lot of fun. I had a blast.
Yeah, you both genuinely looked like you had a good laugh as well. I mean, especially you was talking about the importing things from China and that. I thought that was actually quite interesting, really, and I totally agree what Mark was saying. Obviously, they can't exactly police it and things like that. I thought that was quite an interesting topic to go on.
Absolutely.
So, obviously, it's been actually a fortnight. We have been talking, but it has been a fortnight since the show. So, anything new coming in? What you vaping on?
Well, we've got a couple of things that came in the mail this morning that I'm going to be working on a review for. We've got the 502 from Jay Hayes and Raven's Moon. we've got the Wotofo. This one's a little bit older, I think. The Freak Show Mini.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a Freak Show Mini in the house. Gonna get that going.
The Freak Show Mini. God, where did you get that from?
That actually came in the same package as the 502 this morning. That's from my buddy Jordan. Jordan, I think he might actually be in chat. I'm not positive.
Wow, I mean, what a freak show. How old's that? What, 2015? 14, 15?
Does not say on the...
I haven't got one anymore. I used to absolutely love my freak show.
Because I don't think I've even looked at this deck yet, to be honest with you. There we go. Ooh-wee.
Yeah, just as I remember it. Oh. Yes, so, I used to really like that RDA.
It reminds me a little bit of the Indestructible on the inside here. A little bit.
Yeah. I can see where you're coming from.
Yep, so we got those. I've got 3 new juices. Well, 3 juices that I've pulled out of my juice box to do reviews of this week. First one that, well, not... You know what I mean. I'm taking this week off. These ones are coming up next. I've got the Hype Rocket Pop.
All right.
Is it gonna?
That's a nice label, that.
It is. But
yeah, but I mean,
that's just one side of it.
Yeah.
Then we've got another really nicely labeled juice as well. It's from Nectar NKTR, and this is their mango.
All right.
It just looks like the fruit cut up into whatevers. And we've also got, this one's your favorite, Mark. Here comes your favorite. The Gallery Juice Company's Farmer's Daughter. Which is supposed to be a nice peaches and cream.
Does that look a bit like Dorothy?
It is, actually. It is Dorothy, it is Toto, and there's some sort of a policeman wearing pink gloves.
Okay. Yeah, there you go.
Wearing pink gloves. I don't get the connection, but hey, you know what? But those are what I've got.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
I'll bet that's what you're going to be saying when you vape this juice. Oh man, get me back to my DIYs.
Kansas has gone bye-byes.
But that's what I've got that I'm going to be working on for the next videos that are coming out. I think because I did say that I'm going to be taking off from the 22nd to the 2nd of January, which is this Sunday. I'm going to try and get out at least 2 of those juices before Sunday. So within the next few days, expect at least 2 juice reviews.
Bill H., why should I be wearing pink gloves? Go on, why? Why should I be wearing pink gloves?
Oh.
It must be his little thing for me.
Just one pink glove.
Just one.
Oh. Michelle Jackson, maybe?
Oh. It's his fetish, let him have it.
Yep.
Pair of marigolds.
Or just be like O.J. Simpson. It just doesn't fit.
It improves the look. Okay.
They
bring up good shot. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Kidding. So you've been putting out a few videos, kiddo. So what we had out from the Lethal Coil Zone?
We've had, aside from the juices, which I've touched on those already. I did a few other juice reviews. The Dragon's line, the Dragon's Milk Blue Dragon. I did the Funk Master Flakes, and there's one that I just finished that went on the 2 other ones that I just finished. The Pancake House juices. Those have come out before, and then this week I just released the FPRTA review and yeah, I'm so super pumped. TBD, what's going on, buddy? And I also did the Profile Mesh RDA from Mr. Just Right 1 and Wotofo.
Yeah, still not sure about it. I've got to admit, I mean, obviously, I haven't used it one or anything, but even after your review, I watched it and I thought, I can still see there being problems. No, I'm still not sold. It's so like, it looks a really nice RDA. It looks like it will work. Obviously, you say it works, but so like, I don't know. It's that mesh. I just can't.
I'll tell you
myself.
What. Rob Prince says the profile is fantastic. I'll have to admit with you on Mark on this.
Hi, Tony.
I have to agree with you that mesh as a whole, this is my first mesh RDA ever. And where the mesh strips that come with it are not bad, they work, they're not the greatest. That being said, I also have a spool of stainless steel mesh wire from Vandy Vape that I've used on it, and that has definitely helped it. Absolutely. I would use a third-party mesh, and even if you watched last night, you guys know TVP mentioned it. OFRF company makes strips that work with the profile as well, so that's another option that you guys have to go to. Yep.
Yeah, they are.
That's it.
Half. Are we pronouncing it a half?
I'm just going to steal Mark's way of pronouncing it. That's right.
It'll do me. I'm common as muck. I'm Yorkshire. Go on.
Oh, here we go. Sinners in.
They always make me laugh. They always make me laugh with these names. I mean, I know they've got to keep up thinking up new names and that lot. But why do they make them names that you can't pronounce?
It's like Prince, the artist formerly known as Prince. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I think he's back to Prince now, isn't he?
Is he? Is he?
Yeah.
He used to be just a squiggle.
He used to be, yeah. Bless him. There you go. Right, I best tell you what I'm doing, aren't I?
Yeah, tell me what you're doing, then we can get into what we're vaping on.
Oh.
Because we haven't even done that yet.
Yeah, well, go on then. No, we'll carry on with you.
We'll do the whole thing in one?
Yeah, what are you vaping on, dude?
All right. Well, today I've got the Broadside and Culverin combo, which I set up yesterday, and I've not put it down. It's been the only one in my hand since I set it up again. I love it. I've got the Drag and Wasp Nano. We've got the OG Pulse BF with the Profile RDA.
You've been using that a while, haven't you?
I'm telling you, man, I love the RDA. I really do.
You have been, I think, ever since I've known you, you've been using that setup.
Well, in my defense, okay, I have two Squonk mods. I have the Pulse BF, and I have a Stentorian Rambox. And the Stentorian Rambox is broken, so I'm stuck with that.
So you've only got one then, really?
until the time comes when I can dig out my soldering equipment or get my buddy to come over. Yes. So yeah, I'm stuck with that one at the moment. What else do I have going on? We've got the Smog Mods Knucklehead Vapes Edition Mongrel V2.
Oh, it's nice that.
And the got that Knucklehead Vapes Knuckle RDA on top of that as well.
Oh, have you actually got the full knuckle, or is it the dead knuckle? Yeah,
no.
You got the full knuckle.
Full knuckle.
Full knuckle.
Went full knuckles. What else? Oh, the last one? Last one I've got that's actually working right now is right there, the 502 on the
So,
Rulo.
I mean, come on then, you've got the 502. You're going to tell us a little bit about it for people that don't know? So what's so special about it? Because that looks a little bit weird, and for people that don't know about it, I think you ought to really talk about it, to be honest with you.
It is a little weird.
So you've got a centre post, which is obviously your negative, or no, that's your positive, isn't it?
Positives, yep.
And then you've got 4 on the outside, which are your negatives.
Two. Well, the whole deck is the negative, but it's got the 4 screws with the 2 clamps that just kind of swing outwards. You unscrew one of those screws from the clamp entirely and swing it all the way out so you can rest your lead in there.
Right.
And this was actually the first attempt at a build in here, so I just used some straight up 24 gauge stainless steel and popped that out. That was at 0.17, and I've got it at 60 watts.
So obviously, is it only for vertical coils, or can you use horizontal coils in it?
I've heard people tell stories that they've found ways to put horizontal coils in there, but me, it would take me some finagling and some mind work to get it to work that way. But
what's flavor like?
Flavor's good. Flavor's good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need to get a pair of my aliens in there to be able to tell you truthfully one way or the other, because that's what I'm used to. Right now, this simple round wire build is going pretty well. So if this is any indication of what it's going to be like with aliens in there, then yeah, I think I'm going to be very impressed with the flavor I get out of this.
So as a builder, as a pro builder...
Okay, I've never been called a pro at anything in my life.
Well, you're a pro builder.
I'm a professional.
What do you think the benefits of that design are compared to something like, obviously, a Twisted Messer's deck, or your box standard 2-post or 3-post deck? What do you think that brings to the RDA?
Well, I think a big part of it is the vertical coils. I think that you're going to get more unobstructed air hitting the coils, I feel, that would make a bigger difference rather than having your horizontal coils. Because a lot of, as we already know, a lot of the airflow options that we have for horizontal coils are either up top, or in the middle, or down the bottom. But if they're in the middle, a lot of them tend to slant in now. And so I feel like you're only getting air from like one side of the coil, like from down below.
Yeah.
And from, the bottom half of the coil is what's getting hit with the air, I feel. But I feel with vertical coils, it's actually going to be able to come in and surround it from all sides. I don't know. I'm not.
I always like to. So like everyone says, "Oh, an RDA is an RDA," very much like everyone says, "Oh, a mech's only a tube." But so like when we get into RDAs, it's so like we can understand the sort of like dynamics of it, and slightly where the mindset of the inventor was coming from. And obviously what with us being into coils and being into RDAs and things like that, it's always nice to sort of like see if we can get into the head of the actual designer and where their idea came from. Because obviously, inevitably one day a company's going to come to us and ask us to design an RDA for them, and obviously you need to have these ideas. Yeah. I'm preempting. So like one day, Van de Vape might come to me and say, "Mark, would you like to design an RDA for us?" So it's like I like to get these ideas in.
We'll call it the Ohm reader.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just thought I'd ask you. So like, because I always do find that. So like, obviously, you normally got your box standard, sort of like kind of RDA, your 3 posts, your 2 posts. Right. We all know that. And then obviously just clamping is a slightly different way of holding your actual coil. But obviously with that, having obviously a positive in the centre, and then obviously your negative leads are coming out on the sides, it just makes it just a little bit different. It
was a little... I had to step back and look at the deck first. Like I've seen the video and on how to use it, and I had to step back and look at it for a second, and I'm like, all right, well, let's start wrapping up some coils, and we'll start the process, and we'll see where it goes from there. And along the way, you just notice little things, and you're like, all right, so then I just got to move this here then. All right, cool, we're good to go. And it just takes a little bit of thinking,
See,
Well, you said
I like a challenge. I've got to admit, I do like a challenge when it's, especially when I get a new RDA and it's like, yeah, okay, how does this, yeah. Instead of sort of like your box standard, like I said, 3-post or 2-post RDA, where you know exactly how it works, just straight away looking at it. But when you've got something like that, it just makes it a little bit more interesting, though.
You want a challenge? Start where I started building. I started with the TFV8 RBA. It was junk. And then, what was the other horrible nightmare one that I had? Oh, 2 other nightmare ones I had. One was the Moonshot 22.
Yeah, that is still a nightmare. But it's easy.
I still get goosebumps.
Still easy once you know how. It's an easy when you know how. As long as you bend them leads and you make it go under, yeah, it's fine.
And the other one should never be used, in my opinion, should never be used to vape with. Should only be used as a photo shot kind of thing, like a glamour shot kind of RDA. That's the Dude RDA.
Yeah.
I hated that RDA so much.
Oh, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I love the actual RDA because it was, at the time, it was so different. That clutch system. What a cracking idea. When you think about it, it's a corking idea. But unfortunately,
it ruined more coils than it.
Yeah. And for some reason, it was so high. I could never understand why it needed. Obviously, I mean, you've got your dead rabbit. I mean, and your coils are pretty high up on a dead rabbit. But on the Dude, they were really high. Another one that I never, I had high hopes for, but never, was the Springer X. That's, yeah, instead of you tightening down your coils with screws, you actually had a spring. And you push the spring down. You know, a bit like back of your speakers?
Yep.
Yeah, you know, you put your wire in, you've got that spring.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that worked brilliant for about a month, maybe a bit longer than that. Worked okay, not a problem. Then what started happening, one side would weaken compared to the other side. So you was always getting one coil heating up quicker than the other, no matter what you did. And eventually the actual springs just slackened off that much that you could only put one coil in it. But the idea, I thought the idea was cool.
Yeah.
You know, a quick fix.
Well, that's why I picked it up. I was like, oh, geez, that's going to make building so easy. And I got into it, and I'm like, this is a nightmare.
Right. I've got another question before I might as well quickly tell you what I'm vaping on, just quickly.
Please do.
In respect, I'm on the rig with the drop. Brought that out, and on there I've got Rockstar Cola Lime, which I'm really enjoying. Lime's a little bit tarty, but overall, yeah, it's still nice. I'm still having to go on the Vibe, which, yes, everybody will know this is the Inikin as well. They must be rebranding, so yeah, really enjoying it though. Really have been enjoying it. Also, I have got the I'll call it me Afghanistan mod. And me, I forgot what it's called now. What's it called? My brain's gone dead now.
Oh, no.
The Nova RDA, and I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed using that. Also, I have got the Deja Vu and the Drop as well. Juices, Homebrew Lemon, and I've also got the Clever Fool from Vape Wild as well. So that's what I'm vaping on.
On a touch on to your little in memory of setup, I just wanted to point out that I don't have any rig mods, but I am running that broadside and culverin in rig roughneck mode.
Bless you.
It's what I got. I work with what I got.
Thank you, Orion. Yeah, Nova. My brain just went. Just so like, no, vacation time.
We're
Right.
stepping out for a minute.
Getting back to what we was going to talk about, I asked you a question before we went live. In fact, I asked you about 2 hours ago while I was at work. The Goat RDA. Did you have a look at it?
I did.
Yeah. What are your thoughts? My thoughts are this, so you can gather yours. My thoughts are this. When I first saw it, I thought, well, that is stock coils for an RDA. And I thought, I can understand where he's coming from, and I totally get it. So that consistency of buying into other people's coils, pretty much like your own coils. So for argument's sake, we wanted lethal coils. We could have lethal coils already installed in them, which I think is a cracking idea. The other idea that I thought to myself, yeah, good idea if so like you can't build. You're just a person that just cannot build, make your own coils. Another one that I thought was a good idea for people with dexterity problems, but they want an RDA. And then the other one I thought about was lorry drivers, people on the go. They could just swap it out in and out. They're my thoughts. I think it's a good idea, but it's not something I'd exactly rush out and buy. What are your thoughts?
Well, as far as that last comment you made, I totally agree. I think that anything that's going to be worth getting, you need to wait for, because it's always going to have its little bugs and problems, and there's going to be things that come up that will get addressed and get fixed from the first batch. So I think that you're absolutely right. I wouldn't rush out right now and go and buy it. I want to bide my time and see what comes of it first. But I think that it can be pretty innovative. You know, I think that if it works the way that it's proclaimed to, then I think that it'll be a good idea. Personally, I'm all for anything that tries to make the game a little easier for people.
And the squonking action on it looks absolutely brilliant.
And it's gorgeous.
It's
absolutely beautiful.
I mean, that squonking, I mean, I watched Grimm's, obviously, video last night. And obviously, you got that little plate bit, and it just oozes, and it does literally dribble straight over your coils.
Right over it.
It's exactly what you want. I suppose, like he was saying, that the downside is that there's no draw back into the bottle of excess juice. So obviously you're going to be careful when obviously you're squonking. But to be honest with you, I thought it was a good idea, especially the line that is going down, where he's going down with coil builders coils instead of the Chinese stock.
Right.
Rubbishy
the Chinese,
coils.
Factory mass-produced coils.
So I thought that was a good idea. What's people in chat think about it if you've seen it?
I think that's a great idea. I think that pulls more attention to the more devoted coil builders. I think that's going to really... There's no argument that can be made about mass-produced coils compared to, handmade coil builder coils. That would make the mass-produced ones look better. There's no argument there that can be made. Quality and performance as far as handmade coils is going to be above that of mass-produced coils. For one specific reason in my case that I can think of, and that's the fact that as a coil builder, we have our hands on these wires. When we pull it off the drill, we've got it in our hand. We inspect each stick that comes off of these drills. But when you're mass producing.
Interesting what two people have just said there. Bronco turned around and said, I think that the Go RDA is a joke, trapped with no option on coil other than the mercy of the shops bring in. And then Bill underneath said, how many builders can build that many coils? I struggle to do 1,000 in a week. Well, you've got a good point. You really have, because is it Turks coils he's having in there at the present moment?
Anarchist?
Yeah, Turks and Anarchist.
Is he?
Yeah.
'Cause I thought he was his own company. M-Turk I thought was his own thing.
No, it is his own thing. But by all accounts, M-Turk is going to be having his coils as well.
As Anarchist. I thought that was Own Boy OC.
Yeah, you've got Anarchist, but they're going to have different coil builders.
They're outsourcing.
Yeah.
Gotcha. They're outsourcing. All right, I gotcha.
And Kris loves his coils from you.
Saint. Kris can't do 10 in a week, Bill. Love you, Saint.
He's got a camera. He's been watching you.
He's been watching me, yeah.
Got a live feed going on.
I got to stop doing those live shows from down in the lair, man. You're getting too close to this.
Bless. Yeah, I'm about the same. About 5 micro coils a week would do me. So, but I think it is a good idea in one respect. I mean, for us, for the likes of you and me, Kris, and quite a few people in chat, I don't think it's an RDA designed for us. I think it's more like we were saying. It's more designed for people outside of like our realm, which I think is actually a good idea. Because let's face it, you buy stock coils for a tank, and people are quite happy to buy them. I mean, here in the UK, it's roughly about £15 for 5 coils. So as long as they're keeping the coil prices down for the replacement coils, I can't see it being a problem myself, price wise.
No, I think that if that's the way it goes, then I think that we're going to start to see prices drop on those coils that we sell for at least a small profit, and you're going to see the price probably drop from that to one that we won't make almost anything off of. They'll buy them for whatever, and then when they ship them, I guess, whatever they do, I don't know how they're doing it, but I think once they hit the store shelves, you're going to see those get marked up, but the shops are going to scrape pennies. They're going to really hammer us, I think.
Yeah, because let's face it, I mean, if they're hand-wound coils, being, I mean, so like you were saying in chat, it's so like, how many can you produce a week?
Right. If
they are going to be, genuinely hand-wound by the said builder, or is it just a load of coils being pre-made with the builder's name on it? Are you with me? So like, are they going to get
any recognition for that at all?
Yeah. Well, it's so like, is it going to be more of a case of how can you put it? Famous builders, or should I say, builders that are really well known as being builders in the industry, are they going to just put their name to a coil even though they didn't actually make it? Are you with me? So like, almost Twisted Messers endorses this coil,
right,
rather than an actual, Twisted Messers actually made this.
Yeah, coils manufactured by. I don't know. I'm not sure if we're gonna, I say we, like I'm involved in this. I'm not that big yet, but
because let's face it, Anarchist is owned by OC, isn't it? That's his coil. Because if I remember rightly, the NI80 that he uses is actually down to his own Pacific blend as well, isn't it? If I remember rightly. Because it's slightly different to like the regular ones that we get here in the UK, so from Vaporwire and places like that, and Stealth Vape. It's got a slightly different compound mix.
Yep. The I don't know whether it's the makeup of the wire or if it's just the purification process that they use that makes it of higher quality, but you're right, it is a different what's the word I'm trying to come up with? Alloy. It's compounded of several different materials, and so that kind of gives it its rage.
Because obviously, Grim Green absolutely raves about it. He has done for quite a number of years. So for argument's sake, they're going to be doing these stock coils for the RDA.
Right.
Who's actually making the coils?
I know he said that they were goat heads, which was Anarchist.
Yeah, no, they are, but they're all. He was on about it, like I said last night, that he's going to get other big builders in there as well.
Well, I hope so, and I hope that it works out. But like they were saying, with those issues already being exposed, I think that they're going to see that start to be a problem, because I think it was Bill that said that earlier too, is like handmade is always going to be of superior quality, but it's also going to be much more pricey. And so that price of the handmade coils the way they are right now, I think that's really people are going to take a beating on that. And I don't think it's going to be worth, for coil builders to offer that to the goat. But
I'm waiting for someone to hack it. They're going to learn how to put their own coils in it.
Yep.
Telling you now, that's how. I mean, he turned around and said in the video that obviously he can re-wick it, so they're going to last you a fair while. But I still think that someone along the line will learn how to hack that device so that they can put their own coils in it. But any money on it.
Oh yeah.
I like what Timmy put in chat there. They can do what the food industry does to call it homemade. Some person sleeps in the building.
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. I think I need to update Windows because it's still on Windows 7. Okay.
Dion. Big love, Dion. Thanks for the sub this morning, by the way, buddy.
Ooh.
Much appreciated for that.
You got a sub.
I did. Look, I got one person that likes me.
You got one person. I got people that don't like me anymore because they keep on unsubbing. Thank you.
Oh.
Honestly, since the purge last weekend, YouTube obviously had a massive big purge. I lost 9 subscribers, and within a few hours it went back up. Well, I hit 2,500 on a week ago today. But obviously the purge happened, so I lost 9 subscribers. As the weekend followed, it went back up to 97, then went to 98, and then all this week it's been going from 97, 98, 97, 98, 97, 98. Every day this week.
I think YouTube's having a hiccup.
Yep, I really do, honestly. It was so like... Thursday, I mean, obviously we all know what happened last weekend with me. So Thursday, when I saw I hit the 2,500, it was like, yes, I've hit it, finally got there. And then it's sort of like taken away. It was like, no. I was looking at Social Blade, honestly, and I must have looked like slow motion going, no.
No, Timmy says the purge, not as advertised on the movies.
Yeah, you're not kidding. Jeeps. Oh dear. So yeah, it was like, no, I can't believe it. So I've been talking to a few other people, and theirs have been like that as well. So it's been fluctuating. So obviously, I don't think YouTube has finished playing with whatever it's doing with. Oh, you're tired?
I have been exhausted all week.
You're tired, little boy.
I'm gonna go take a nap.
You have now. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, we've only got 20 minutes left at the show. You're all right. You have a nap, snooze.
I'm good. Just power through it.
Power through it. So, obviously, we was talking about the Go. What does everyone else think in chat think about the Go? And do you think the idea is a good idea, or what? I'd like to know what other people think. Because depending on what people think, I might actually go out and buy it because it's not that expensive. And I am tempted to see what it's... Because let's face it, it could be a good thing.
Yeah.
It could be a really good thing.
Deadly Center. Wait, Kris has a YouTube channel? Bugger me, the Americans are taking over. Run! Oh, man. Chunkmeister, hello. How are you guys?
Chunk, good evening. And congratulations to Chunk. He is now the face of the Vape UK network. Congratulations, sir.
Bronco, thank you very much, buddy. Yeah, it's an interesting looking RDA there, Noel.
So, have you seen anything coming out recently, or out?
Recently, no, I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard about it, and I'm pretty excited because there's a possibility I might actually get my hands on one.
Mm.
You really want to know?
Yeah.
The dual battery topside.
Oh, the dual.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've been waiting for that one. Yeah, I was really mega tempted with the original. But I thought, no, because of how I vape, I know that a single battery mod will not last me 2 minutes. It just won't. So I was hoping that they was going to bring one out, and they are bringing one out. So, yeah, I am quite excited.
Well, I love squonking because I use my profile and I've got the Recurve and the Dead Rabbit SQ, and I've got that, the 502 now too. This can only do so much, and I need something regulated, and I need something bigger. So, I'm really excited. I really I want to take a look at that, and hopefully I do get a chance to get my hands on one of those things.
See, I want one because I haven't got a dual battery squonker. I've got a version, I've got the Gorilla squonker, which is very, very similar. It's a lot cheaper version of what you've got. And I've also got a Aspire squonker. Both of them single batteries. One's regulated, one's unregulated.
My wife has 3.
But yeah, I want a squonker that's got 2 batteries, 2 big juicy batteries inside, or at least a 21700 or a 2700 at least, because 8650 just don't last me. It does not last me. But saying that, if I go for a direct unregulated, so it's a mech squonker, I'm not too bad. So,
did they do that? Is that a thing, Chunk? A 30mm dual coil recurve RDA?
Really?
I don't even think that's a thing, is it? A 30mm recurve?
I haven't seen it.
I haven't either.
Oh,
I'm interested, though.
Yeah, I'm very interested, because that'd look really nice on me hog.
Wait a minute.
What?
You said that would look really nice on your hog?
It would. Would look 30mm would look nice on my hog.
Think about American slang there for a second.
Hog.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I don't know what American slang for hog is.
Bell end.
Is it? Right, we learned something new. There you go. The Transatlantic Duo strikes again. So are hogs at the end of your willy?
Well, it's the whole thing.
Oh, the hog's the whole thing. It's
the whole thing, the whole shebang.
Right, it's the shalong.
The shalong.
Okay, so from now on, I'll call it the Hammer of God then. Not me dick. Well,
I can hear Jan going, he wished it was.
Well, I never knew that Hog was a male member.
Male member. It's a digit.
It's a digit. Yeah. Oh, I always... You're on about digits. My nephew, Danny, was doing maths. He's only a young lad. He's only, 8 now? And we were doing maths. And he was I was showing him how to use his fingers to work out with maths. And I turned around to him and I says, one thing about us lads, I says, you can always use your feet as well. I says, so you've got your toes. And he turned around and I says, so how many fingers and toes have you got? He says, we've got 10, but he says, we've got 11. I says, how do you mean we've got 11? He says, we've got 11. I says, I don't get you. I says, you got 5 fingers and 5 toes. I says, on each. He goes, yeah. He says, but you got your willy as well. I love him.
Oh, man.
So...
It's that third leg there.
Yeah, so my nephew now, when he's doing maths in school, he's going to drop it on table and...
Oh, that's going to go over like a fart in church.
Just made me chuckle. Sorry. Getting back to the seriousness of the channel. Do apologise for that.
Oh, man. What was that?
Yeah, miss, I could
Hog is also a Harley Davidson bike. Well, Bronco, most Harley riders are dicks, so it's fitting.
Don't you like Harley Davidsons?
Me? I love them.
All right.
Oh, no, that's what Center said.
So, on about mods and that lot, you're pretty good with the old electronics, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah. And you thought about making, a lethal coil box mod?
There's some potential there, actually. I've been thinking about it myself. I'm like, you know what, I'd really, and not for like sales for other people, but just like, I'd like to sit down and actually build a mod for myself, and just kind of draw it out, see how it would work in my head, and see if I can, visualize any problems going through with it. And then, assuming I'd probably start with something simple like a Hammond box or something.
Yeah.
And, go from there. If that kind of design worked out well, then, if that wasn't what I was looking for, simple is what I'd start with, like I said. So something simple like parallel 18650s, and if that worked out well, because I know me and I'm a high power vapor. I like my 21700 mods, and I would probably try and find a way to make a 21700 series or something. So yeah, it's been a thought.
I made one once, but my soldering is, it looks like bird shit.
Looks like bird shit.
It really does, honestly. I used to watch many moons ago. I used to watch a guy called Gary Dibley on Vapor Trails TV, and he used to have a little show, a bit like what we do, but it was called Tin Your Tip. And basically every week he would show you how to build a mod from whatever. He'd build a mod from a torch, from boxes and things like that. And he showed you the process of it, how to do it, what tools you'd need, what tools he uses, and how to solder and things like that. It was a really, really good, I think it was about an hour-long show. It was really intense. So, like, down on the table, showed you all the bits and pieces and that lot. And he started a series. And it was sort of like, right, this week I'm telling you what you need to buy. So it was the box, way to buy the box, the 510. I mean, this is going back before your Fat Daddies and things like that. This was your, you sort of like your CE4 type of connection, 510 connection. It was that type of connection, them really small ones. And it was sort of like where to get the bits and parts, what tools you'd need. So like the following week, you'd be sat there with your soldering iron and everything like that. And you was kind of following him live.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That was just a disaster for me.
My buddy's actually way better at soldering than I am. So usually I have him come over and handle that kind of work. But when it comes to like putting things into place where they need to be, where things are going to work, that's on me.
I love that side of it. It's something so like, I think it's because I can't do it properly, and as much as I it's like ironing. I can't iron to save my life. If I get an iron, it sort of like ends up with more creases than it does not creases. And same with plastering. I cannot plaster for love nor money. I cannot do it. And I think you sort of like you get to a certain stage of your life, you sort of like, I know I can't do that.
Right.
So it's sort of like I'm always in awe of watching other people do it. And especially when it was sort of like, I miss Gary Dibley when he did this building. There should be more of that. I always thought that Jay should do it as well. But yeah, it was like, I do miss that side of vaping. There doesn't seem to be as much builders anymore. Or should I say mainstream builders, where it's sort of like, this is this box. And whereas once back in the day, there used to be a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? So, is there much around your area that builds homemade stuff?
There are quite a few people that are kind of like in the same spot that I am, but not at the same spot that I am. There are people around here that build, but don't publicize it. That I think is their biggest downfall, is that they've been doing this for some time now, but they don't have the following to make their sales, to bring them up to a higher tier. But yeah, in general, we do have a pretty good sized market for handmade coils out here. We got plenty of coil builders. It's I actually ran into one by chance at a vape shop that I had just learned about, and I was actually taken aback by the fact that there was even anybody that built in the shop, because I go to these shops and it's all tanks. It's all, you know, regulated like Wismec and smock mods, and it's like there's an entire other side to vaping that, you know, that they aren't very informed about or educated, and they don't feel that it would, and that in the fact that they don't feel like it would be appropriate for them to bring those products into the shop. I applaud them for that, because if you don't feel comfortable with that, you absolutely should not have those products in your shop. But I think that it also hinders them too, because it really closes off that other half of the vaping community, you know.
Yeah. See, I like a homemade mod. I really do. Still one of my favourite mods of all time is my Touchwood.
That was actually a local made. That's True Cloud. They went out of business a little while ago. I got number 31, but this was one of the. Yep.
Yeah.
Series.
Yeah. Nice. I think we need to bring the homemade thing back.
You know Michelle?
Michelle, yeah.
Dull Dime. Oh, she's great with what she does, and you've seen her stuff before, yeah? Oh, those little Altoids boxes and stuff, man. Such neat little vapes, man.
Mark was going to say he loves a good homemade box, but then thought better of it. I like a good homemade box, don't you worry.
Oh yeah. Love that box.
Love that box. Right, guys, we're coming up to that time where it's you guys to ask us a question. So, chat, get
but only
your...
one.
Why, only the one?
Only the one?
Only the one? So, come on, chat, if you've got any questions for us before we disappear, because the hour is definitely coming up closely. While we're waiting for your questions, just to let you know, there will be a home service live on the 27th. Myself, I'll be taking the rest of the week off. There'll be no more reviews until somewhere around the 2nd of January, that week onwards. So, yeah, I'm going to have 8 days holiday with my wife, with my family, with little bro Vapes. I'll be spending a lot of Christmas time with him. So I'm going to be chilling out and relaxing. So yes, so there will be definitely a home service Christmassy type live show on Thursday the 27th.
Deadly. If Smock could make coils like mine, that's about all I got to say. Mine don't look like Smock coils.
Right, question from Bill. What do you want for Christmas?
Oh.
Besides your two front teeth.
There's a lot I could say I want for Christmas. Realistically, though, I don't know. Just the family. Just to get away from this for a while, to be honest with you. I've been so involved and taken so much time out of every day to try and focus here and on what I've got going on where and when, then I just need to decompress. I just need to step back for a week and be like, it's family time. Don't even think about it. Just live. For right now, just relax and live. And then we'll come back to this on the 2nd. You guys know I'm taking off on Sunday on the 22nd. I won't be back until the 2nd of January. So.
Yep, same here. Pretty much same here.
But I'll be there on Thursday with you. We just won't have my show on Wednesday.
Yeah, we will not leave you over the Christmas period. Me, what would I like? What would I like for Christmas? Well, besides peace and goodwill to all men, which I think is a great thing.
A kiss under the mistletoe.
Oh, I'll be getting a kiss under the mistletoe. Don't you worry, boy. Oh, don't you worry. I'll be getting more than a kiss. But anyway, if you was talking about vaping wise, I would love the double barrel version 3. I've got my heart set on that. So my birthday's in January. So,
ooh, actually, it's funny you mentioned that, because that is actually what I'm going to consider a Christmas gift, and that is actually going to be on its way as well. Something else that is going to be coming up for review at some point soon is the double barrel. Ooh. I can't wait to get my hands on one. I have not yet.
Well, I would get the double barrel V3 now. I wouldn't get the V2. I'd get the V3.
It's coming for free, so it's coming from a friend, so I get to enjoy that Christmas present. Big
wink to BFG. Tongues.
Oh, man. Well, who was it? ID Voca, what reviews are up next? I think we touched a little bit about that in the start of the show, but why don't you go ahead and start that one off there, Mark?
Say that again, sorry.
ID Voca, what reviews are next?
Coming up next, I have got a stack load of reviews coming up next. Obviously, I've got my Afghanistan mod to review. I've got the Deja Vu coming up. I've got for review, probably late to the party with this one, I've got the Captain.
Ooh.
So I've got that coming up for review. I've got a few pod systems coming up as well. I've also got the Spin It mini kit as well.
Wait, you said the Captain?
Yeah, the Captain.
Which one?
It's the Captain by Vaptio. I'll show you.
Wasn't there an iJoy Captain?
That?
The 2700?
I'm not quite sure. Might be.
But
this is definitely the Captain America version.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, look at that. And look, in the screen, with the reflection, it actually has the American flag on it.
Yeah. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you're in the reflection.
There's the Captain America.
Yeah. So I've got that. I know it's been out quite a while, this one, but I only just not long got my hands on it. So a bit late to the party with this one, but yeah, I'm looking forward to playing around with it.
Vaping Irish. I thought so. iJoy did have the Captain mods and tanks as well.
So I've got them. I've got some other bits and pieces. Oh, I've got the Cameo kit to review, which is like a starter kit type of device. I've got that one coming up. I've got, like I said, a few different little pod systems coming up, and I've got some other bits and pieces that are in the pipeline. So January is going to be virtually full. Straight away, as soon as I get back from my holidays, I'm going to be reviewing. Haven't got many mechs, I must admit. I've got a couple of RDAs that are knocking around. I've got some Renkos to review. They're just up there. So I've got loads of little bits and pieces to get done. Another mech that I haven't reviewed yet that I must review is the Viking mech. It's been out absolutely yonks like, but I haven't reviewed it yet, so...
Oh, yeah. I've got the juices there that I showed earlier, Farmer's Daughter, Rocket Pop, and the mango from Nectar. I've got the 502. I have the other one there. Where did it go? Hell if I know. Oh, the Mini, the Freak Show Mini. That's coming up. I've got that double barrel, and one that's coming to me that I already know is here for Christmas and will be sitting under the tree for me on Tuesday, is the VGod Elite Mech.
Right, well, we are up to the hour. So I just want to give a big shout out to everybody. I want to just wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Like I said, we will be live on the 27th, so that's next Thursday. So obviously we'll be a bit fuller. Probably a bit merrier as well. Maybe a bit merrier, you know.
Have some leftover eggnog.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be that kind of a show. We're going to be having really... I mean, it's pretty laid back anyway, but we're going to have a really mega laid back, just chuckle away next week. So Kris, thank you so much for being my co-host. I have thoroughly enjoyed tonight. Chat, I want to give you guys a big love and a hug, and Spanners, thank you very much for looking after chat as well. So I'm going to let Lethal sign us out like he always does. I did hear the griping on last week's show, by the way.
Oh, that's why I made her do it.
Yeah, no. All you wanted to do was go, bye! Bye! And then she went, bye! Bless her, Jules. Oh, she's awesome. Right, Merry Christmas, everybody. I hope you have a gorgeous holiday, restful, spend with the family and all that good stuff. Drink and be merry and enjoy yourselves. Kris, over to you.
Guys, thank you again so much for being a part of this. It's been a great ride and such a fun time. We love you all. I hope you guys have all had a fantastic 2018. The next time I will see you will be just after Christmas, but after that will be 2019. And guys, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, and to all of you who don't celebrate Christmas, Happy Holidays, regardless where you are.
Definitely.
Remember, people, we are the masters of our own destinies. We're the only ones in this world that can pick and choose how positive or negative our days are going to be. So to keep that positivity high, smiles on is a necessity, and let that negative wash off your shoulders. Guys, big love. Thank you all so very, very much. We love you all, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye! Bye! Merry Christmas! Or happy holidays. Really?
What would you like for Christmas this year, Kitty?
I don't know, but I've got 21.
Santa, is that a bottle in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?